Thank you. Yes, brother.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. My friend invited me here today. There's a narrative that's in America that's growing stronger, that Islam mistreats women, work, political work, and everything like that. I hope you don't mind me answering the question.
Thank you. That's a really good question. That what does Islam say about women? Because there is a narrative out there that Islam oppresses women. Let me get a quick yes and no from the sisters up there, the Muslim ladies. Is somebody oppressing you? Louder. Louder. Alhamdulillah. Right. It's really important, my dear. What's your name?
It's Eric.
Brother Eric, right? Brother Eric. Many a times people judge a person's faith based upon the cultural practices. And sometimes the media only highlights the practices when they want to define a faith. So it's really important. We cannot judge any faith based upon the fallible humans and their practices. Important, right? So before Islam came to Arabia, women did not have the rights that we enjoy right now. They were taken as property. They were inherited from generation to generation. But Islam came to uplift women equal to men in the eyes of God. Different responsibilities, but equal reward if they fulfill those responsibilities, right? Number one. Look at the wonderful honor that Islam has given to the mothers, right? To the mothers. One time, a Muslim came to Muhammad, peace be upon him, and asked him a really important question, that, O Messenger of God, who should my love, my admiration and my honor should go towards? Of all the people in the world, who should I respect and honor and admire the most? Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said, your mother. Then the person asked the question, okay, fine, who next? And the Prophet said, your mother, right? And the third time the person asked the question, okay, who next? And the Prophet said, your mother, right? And the fourth time the person asked the question, and the Prophet said, your father. So if mothers and fathers, if we were playing the spiritual Olympics, the gold medal goes to the mother, so does the silver and the bronze medals, and poor dads like me, they come home with a participation prize, right? Love and respect that Islam has given to the mothers. You know, he said, Muhammad, peace be upon him, that paradise lies under the feet of your mothers. Honoring and respecting and obeying, that's one of the ways for a Muslim to go to paradise. You know, one time when I was in St. Louis for an open house, a non-Muslim lady, maybe in her 80s, she came, she listened to the presentation, and then she started to cry. I asked her, my dear sister, why are you crying? And she said, I am so amazed at the honor, the rights and the respect that you are saying that Islam has given to women, because I also mentioned to her that there is no such thing in Islam as a nursing home. The nursing home for the parents is the home of the child. That's how much, right? When it comes to the wives, Islam, Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said that the best amongst you is the one who is the best towards your wife. Regarding the daughters, you know, in that time, before Islam came to them, women were going through the dark ages, to such an extent that it was a shame for any home in which a baby girl was born. It was a thing of shame for them. So what they used to do is they used to, once the baby girl is born, they used to wrap her up and took her to the cemetery and dug a hole and buried the baby girls alive.
Sering sinkron, nah itu jumlah
Can you imagine?
sinkronnya.
That was the state of
Kita kan
darkness.
habis ikan air dah.
Islam came to
Ya,
prohibit
kita
infanticide.
buat podcast online
Islam
kan.
uplifted
Misalnya
women,
di-
and Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said,
diperbaiki kan.
if
Jadi itu kan
anyone
kita
has
sinkron
3 daughters,
lokal kan.
even 2 daughters,
Nah
if a
itulah jumlah
person
itu terus
gives them
dengan
the proper
jumlahnya
upbringing,
itu yang kemarin kan
good character,
yang
good
SMA 3 kan
education,
saldo
good
yang aku kan
way,
ada saldo
they would be in
190.000
paradise with
kan
Prophet
tak apa-apa
Muhammad,
itu.
peace be
Tidak
upon him.
masalahnya.
Look
Itu
at
yang
this.
2022.
He pulled them out from the dark ages, uplifted women, and mentioned that by
Maksud jumlah
taking care
sinkron
of our
itu jumlah
ladies,
sinkron
that's one
kita
of the ways
selama
of
tahun
going to
2022
paradise.
yang
And
sinkron
lastly,
lokal
you'll be
yang kayak
surprised to
online
find
itu.
out
Ada kan kalau
Brother
kita
Alex,
sinkron
right?
kan.
Eric,
Kata mas
you'll be
okay.
surprised to find out that the wonderful rights that Islam has given to ladies. You know, not until 1920s in this country,
Last time,
after
maksud
the
tu,
suffrage, the struggles and the rallies,
kita belum.
our women, they won the right to vote in
Rencananya
1920.
Komisi Kak maksudnya.
Islam
Undang
gave them the
Tuhan.
right, not culture by the way, Islam gave them the right to have a say in the political process way back in the 7th century.
Kan mudah-mudahan sebelum puasa kan
Islam
jadi tak
gave
pening
women
buat dah.
the right to own property and to sell property. You know, our country, so I'm coming from Illinois.
Asal
In the
kan
state of Illinois, maybe similar in California,
Kan sering sinkron maka
a married Caucasian lady, she won the right to own property. Not African Americans, not Hispanic, Indian, Pakistani. A Caucasian married ladies in 1861, they won the right to own property. Islam gave them the right in the 7th century. They have the right to work. They have the right to keep the last name and not change the last name to the husband's last name. So when I got married, I went to DuPage County, Yasser. I went to DuPage County, right, for the marriage certificate. So when I went there, the clerk, before writing the names of myself and my wife, he looked to my wife and he asked her the question, "Oh, Mrs. Nahid, what should we change your last name to?" She looked at him in an angry face and she said, "Why would you like to change my name? Change his name," right? Come on. She knows her rights, right? That's a Muslim lady. She has the right to gain education. No one can take that away, Brother Eric. If somebody is doing it in some country, we blame them, but not Islam. Not only she has the right to gain education, she has the obligation to gain education to such a degree that they were empowered. Our Muslim ladies, surprising. The oldest continuous university in the history of humanity. It was made by a Muslim lady, Eric, wearing the hijab. Do you know that? So so this is in Morocco, which is called as the University of Qarawiyyin, built in the year 859, way before Oxford and Harvard and Cambridge and Penn State or any campus. It were the Muslim lady by the name of Fatima Al-Fahri. 859, she laid the foundation for the oldest continuous university in the whole world. I can go on and on, but the point is made, right? Empowered by these rights, our ladies, the Muslim ladies, way back 7th, 8th, 9th centuries, they were the initiators of hospitals and pharmacies and yes, universities. So culture does not do justice. Islam is perfect. Muslims are imperfect. Just like we don't blame Christianity for the abuses that we see by some priests and pastors, unfortunately. We don't want to hold Christianity responsible for what KKK may be doing. We don't want to hold Hinduism responsible for what the atrocities going on there. We don't want to hold the Buddhism responsible for the Buddhist monks are doing to the Muslims up there. In the same way, we don't want to hold Islam responsible for the misguided Muslims. If you want to know what Islam is, read the Quran. Look into the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and you will find that Islam will bring justice, morality, unity, and peace for all of humanity, and that's the status of women in Islam.